5 people you should avoid in your golden years. Even family. As we grow older, life becomes less about the hustle and more about savoring moments of peace, connection, and self-care. For those aged 65 and beyond, emotional well-being is paramount. One of the most effective ways to nurture your mental health is by being mindful of who you allow into your life. Not everyone adds value to your golden years. Some might even diminish it. Here are 5 types of people to steer clear of in your later years, even if they're family. Remember, protecting your peace isn't selfish. It's an essential act of self-love. 1. The manipulator. In your golden years, peace and emotional balance are treasures, but manipulators, often disguised as people who need help or affection, can disrupt this tranquility. At first, their requests may seem harmless, appealing to your nurturing side. However, over time, their constant demands can become toxic, leaving you emotionally drained. Picture this. You're enjoying a quiet afternoon, savoring a cup of coffee, when the phone rings. It's a relative or friend asking for yet another favor, a ride, an errand, something they could easily handle themselves. You agree, thinking it's no big deal. But soon, their calls become a pattern, and you realize they only reach out when they need something. Worse, they guilt-trip you, making you feel selfish if you decline. This is the hallmark of a manipulator. They turn your kindness into an obligation. Over time, their demands chip away at your freedom and joy. How to protect yourself? Recognize the pattern and set boundaries. Saying no isn't cruel, it's self-preservation. Try responses like, "I'm sorry, I can't help this time." You don't owe explanations. Your well-being is reason enough. Reflect on the relationship. Does this person enrich your life, or do they take more than they give? True relationships are built on mutual respect, not obligation. 2. The self-absorbed, the narcissist. Later life is meant for meaningful connections and reflection. Yet some people, consumed by their own needs and achievements, fail to see beyond themselves. These self-absorbed individuals, often narcissists, can leave you feeling invisible and undervalued. Imagine sitting down with a loved one to share a cherished memory. As you begin, they interrupt, steering the conversation toward their own experiences. You try again, but once more, they shift the focus to themselves. Over time, you realize that their conversations are one-sided, leaving little room for your voice. How to protect yourself? Limit your interactions with those who constantly overshadow your thoughts and feelings. Surround yourself with people who listen, value your stories, and contribute to meaningful conversations. Life is too precious to spend it feeling unheard. The self-absorbed, recognizing and handling. Narcissists in your life. Some people dominate every interaction, turning what should be a shared moment into a one-person performance. These individuals, often narcissists, crave attention and validation, often unintentionally overshadowing those around them. While their actions might not stem from malice, the result is the same. Their overwhelming presence leaves you feeling invisible and unvalued. For seniors, this dynamic can be especially disheartening. After a lifetime of rich experiences, you deserve to share your wisdom and stories with those who genuinely care. However, narcissists prioritize their own narratives, often dismissing your struggles or minimizing your achievements. This lack of empathy creates a one-sided relationship that can feel isolating. Recognizing the behavior is the first step toward protecting your emotional well-being. At first, a narcissist's charm and charisma may mask their self-centered tendencies. Over time, however, their inability to genuinely connect becomes clear as they consistently overlook your needs in favor of their own. To navigate these relationships, setting firm boundaries is crucial. This doesn't necessarily mean cutting them out of your life, although in some cases, That might be the healthiest choice. Instead, limit their ability to monopolize your time and energy. For instance, if they redirect a conversation, you can gently steer it back by saying, "I'd like to finish what I was sharing." Or if they dismiss your feelings, calmly assert your perspective. "I hear you, but this moment is important to me." It's essential to remember that their behavior reflects their limitations, not your worth. Surround yourself with people who truly see and value you, friends, family, or community members who appreciate your thoughts and experiences. These are the connections that will nourish your soul and make your golden years genuinely fulfilling. Letting go of the need to please a narcissist can be incredibly liberating. It allows you to focus on meaningful relationships rooted in respect, empathy, and mutual care. Your stories matter. Your feelings matter. You matter. By valuing yourself, you establish a standard for how others should treat you, laying the foundation for a life rich with genuine connections and well-deserved peace. The critic, reclaiming your freedom from negative influences. In your later years, life offers the invaluable treasure of living authentically, embracing who you are and celebrating all you've accomplished. However, critics, those who constantly point out flaws under the guise of helpfulness, can strip you of this freedom. Their negativity can plant seeds of doubt and erode your self-esteem. Critics come in many forms: a friend who comments on your appearance, a family member questioning your decisions, or a neighbor who frequently highlights what you could do better. While their remarks may seem small in isolation, over time they accumulate, creating an environment of constant judgment. What's important to understand is that their criticisms often reflect their own insecurities rather than any real shortcomings of yours. Critics project their fears and frustrations onto others, finding satisfaction in pointing out flaws to avoid facing their imperfections. To shield yourself from this negativity, recognize that their opinions are not a reflection of your worth. After a lifetime of hard work, perseverance, and love, you've earned the right to live without constant scrutiny. Surround yourself with people who uplift you and create an environment where your authenticity is celebrated, not questioned. By standing firm in your sense of self and refusing to internalize the critic's words, you reclaim your freedom to live confidently and joyfully in this beautiful stage of life. You are not defined by the opinions of others. A critic's voice, no matter how loud or persistent, is just that, a voice. It doesn't have to be your truth, nor does it need to shape how you see yourself. You've lived a life full of triumphs and challenges, joys and losses, and those experiences have molded you into the person you are today. That's something no one can take away. Dealing with critics starts with learning to filter their words. Not all feedback deserves your attention. Ask yourself, is this criticism helpful? Does it come from a place of care and respect? If the answer is no, let it go. Their negativity is not yours to carry. For instance, if someone constantly comments on your choices, whether it's how you spend your time or the hobbies you enjoy, you can respond with calm confidence. "I appreciate your concern, but I'm happy with how I'm living my life." This simple statement sets a clear boundary while affirming your autonomy. Another powerful approach is redirecting the conversation. Critics often thrive on negativity, but you can shift the focus to something positive. If a family member points out what they see as a flaw, you might reply, "That's one perspective, but I'm proud of what I've accomplished." By steering the dialogue toward your strengths, you remind both yourself and them of your worth. Equally important is surrounding yourself with supportive people, friends and loved ones who celebrate your achievements and uplift your spirit. These connections are like sunlight breaking through the clouds, helping to drown out negativity. Whether it's a friend who shares your passions, a group at your community center, or a trusted confidant, these relationships remind you of the joy and value you bring to the world. Remember, a critic's opinions are just that, Opinions. They do not define your worth, your achievements, or your happiness. You've earned the right to live freely, unburdened by their judgment. Reflecting on your journey, hold on to this truth. You are enough. Always have been. No critic, no matter how persistent, can take that away. By letting go of their negativity and choosing to focus on the beauty of your own story, you free yourself to live with confidence and peace. Life is far too precious to waste worrying about the opinions of others. Instead, cherish the moments that bring you joy and the people who truly see and appreciate you for who you are. On irresponsible individuals. In the golden years of life, when the weight of past responsibilities has begun to lift, the last thing you need is to shoulder the burdens of those who refuse to carry their own. Irresponsible individuals, whether family, friends, or acquaintances, can pull you into their chaos, leaving you emotionally and even financially drained. Their lack of accountability can disrupt the peace and balance you've worked so hard to achieve. Picture this. A family member repeatedly lands in trouble, be it financial woes, poor decisions, or personal conflicts. Time after time, they come to you for help, promising change and swearing it's the last time. But the cycle continues, leaving you feeling exhausted and questioning whether your support is helping them or enabling their behavior. Irresponsibility isn't just about neglecting duties. It's about shifting the consequences of one's actions onto others. These individuals often appeal to your sense of goodwill and kindness, especially if they're younger relatives or people you've cared for deeply in the past. But over time, their dependence can weigh heavily on your emotional and mental well-being. When someone constantly leans on you without taking responsibility for their own actions, it can feel less like helping and more like being taken advantage of. Compassion and kindness are beautiful virtues, but they need to be balanced with self-respect and discernment. If you're always stepping in to rescue someone from the consequences of their choices, you're not just exhausting yourself, you're also denying them the chance to learn, grow, and take charge of their life. Accountability is a skill that can only be developed when a person faces the outcomes of their decisions. Setting boundaries with irresponsible individuals isn't cruel. It's an act of love for both yourself and them. It starts with recognizing your limits and understanding that you are not obligated to solve problems that aren't yours. For instance, if someone repeatedly asks for financial help, you could respond with, "I'm sorry, but I can't assist with this." Perhaps you can explore other options. This approach protects your resources and encourages them to take ownership of their situation. It's also crucial to resist feelings of guilt when you say no. Irresponsible people may try to make you feel like your refusal means you don't care. But the truth is, your care can take other, healthier forms. Offering advice, providing emotional support, or simply being there without taking on their burdens. Your role isn't to fix their lives, but to guide them toward finding their own solutions. As you navigate these relationships, remember to prioritize your well-being. These years are meant for joy, exploration, and self-care, not for carrying the weight of others' choices. Surround yourself with people who respect your boundaries and appreciate the support you can offer. Healthy relationships thrive on mutual respect, not one-sided dependence. Reflect on the life you've built, the challenges you've faced, the sacrifices you've made, and the obstacles you've overcome to get here. Don't let the irresponsibility of others overshadow the peace you've earned. By setting clear boundaries and focusing on your own needs, you create a space where both you and those around you can thrive. Letting go of the need to rescue others isn't selfish. It's a powerful recognition of your worth and the value of your time. By stepping back, you give the irresponsible the opportunity to step up. In doing so, you reclaim your peace, your energy, and your joy. Now let's talk about dealing with ungratefulness. Giving, whether it's your time, wisdom, or love, is one of life's greatest joys. But when your kindness goes unnoticed or is met with criticism, it can sting deeply. Imagine spending hours preparing a meal for your family, pouring love into every dish, only to hear complaints or indifference, or rearranging your day to help a friend, only to be met with a shrug of entitlement. It's disheartening because it sends a message that your efforts and care aren't valued. Here's an important truth. Someone else's ingratitude is not a reflection of your worth. Their failure to appreciate what you bring speaks to their own shortcomings, not the value of your generosity. You deserve to be surrounded by people who see and cherish the love you give. Dealing with ungrateful people starts with acknowledging your feelings. It's okay to feel hurt or disappointed when your efforts go unrecognized. Those emotions are valid. But what's more important is how you choose to respond. You can reflect on your boundaries, decide where your energy is best spent, and remind yourself that your worth isn't tied to someone else's appreciation. Focus on the people and moments that truly value you, and let go of the ones that don't. Your time, energy, and care are precious. Protect them and surround yourself with gratitude, respect, and love. You've earned nothing less. Choosing peace and embracing your worth. In relationships where gratitude seems to be a one-way street, it's worth asking yourself, does this person bring value to my life? Do they respect me and appreciate what I do for them? If the answer is no, it may be time to set some boundaries. This doesn't mean you have to cut them off entirely, but it does mean rethinking how much time and energy you invest. For instance, if a family member repeatedly overlooks your efforts, consider scaling back. Instead of going out of your way to meet their needs, focus on what brings you joy and fulfillment. If they question your shift in behavior, you might calmly explain, "I've realized I need to focus on things that make me happy. I hope you can understand." This isn't about punishing them, it's about protecting your own well-being. Redirect your energy toward those who truly value and reciprocate your kindness. Spend time with friends, neighbors, or community members who uplift your spirit and appreciate your generosity. These are the relationships that nourish your soul and make giving feel rewarding. At the same time, take a moment to reflect on why you give. True generosity stems from love and care, not a need for recognition. By focusing on the joy of giving itself, you can find peace, even when others fail to express gratitude. However, this doesn't mean tolerating disrespect or exploitation. Your kindness is a gift, not an obligation, and it should be treated as such. Celebrate your own efforts. Recognize the love, thoughtfulness, and care you put into everything you do. Whether others acknowledge it or not, these acts are a testament to your strength and the beauty of your spirit. By valuing yourself, you set the standard for how others should treat you. Yes, ingratitude can sting, but it doesn't define you. What defines you is the love you give, the lives you've touched, and the legacy of kindness you leave behind. Focus on those who appreciate you and set boundaries with those who don't. In doing so, you reclaim your joy and ensure your golden years are filled with the respect and appreciation you truly deserve. Protecting your peace, the gift you owe yourself. As we move through life's later chapters, our priorities naturally shift. We seek peace, meaningful connections, and moments of true fulfillment. Protecting your emotional well-being is not just important, it's essential. The people you surround yourself with can either uplift your spirit or weigh you down. Recognizing who truly belongs in your life is an act of wisdom and self-respect. Avoiding toxic relationships, whether they're marked by manipulation, selfishness, or ingratitude, is not selfish, it's self-love. By setting clear boundaries, you create space to embrace joy and nurture relationships that bring genuine warmth and reciprocity. You've spent decades supporting and caring for others. Now it's time to offer that same love and care to yourself. Reflect on the life you've built the lessons you've learned, and the strength you've shown through challenges and triumphs. These experiences have shaped the remarkable person you are today. Don't let negativity overshadow the beauty of your journey. Your golden years are a precious gift, a time to cherish what truly matters. Whether it's the love of family, the company of friends, or quiet moments of contentment, focus on what nourishes your soul. Let go of the need to fix or accommodate those who drain your energy. Embrace the people and experiences that uplift you. Remember, your happiness is your responsibility, and your peace is your legacy. By choosing wisely who to allow into your life, you create a sanctuary of love, respect, and fulfillment, a space where you can thrive and savor every moment of your journey. We'd love to hear from you. What's one lesson from this message that you'll apply to your own life? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We're all here to support each other on this journey. If you enjoyed this video, leave a comment with 1. If not, feel free to comment with 0 point. Your feedback means the world to us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. Thank you for watching, and here's to living life on your own terms.